Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And today we are talking about Let Him In by William Friend. So first of all, this is a quick read. I finished it over the course of an afternoon and evening. It clocks in at just a little over 200 pages, or at least it did for me on my e-reader. And this is I guess you'd classify it as a haunted house story. And I really enjoyed it. I didn't know much about it going into it. I didn't have any expectations. I hadn't heard anybody else talk about it, which I always love when that happens, because so often if you hear books talked about, hyped up, often, even if they're great books, they're not going to live up to your expectations because your expectations are too high. So I was happy going into this not knowing a single thing. So in this book, we meet a man named Alfie, and he's a widower. His wife has recently passed away, and he's currently raising their two twin daughters. I think they're like 7 or 8. They're young. And he's doing this in the house where his wife and her twin sister grew up. So it's a house that's been in the family for a long time. And once they got together and she got pregnant, they bought the house off of his wife Pippa's mom. And so after his wife dies, which we're not really told a whole lot about, especially not at the beginning, but even as it goes on, we're not really told a whole lot about what happened. But yeah, at the beginning we know really nothing about it. She passed suddenly in the house. So now he's got these 2 little girls, and one night he wakes up and they're standing in his room, and they tell him that there's a man in theirs. Can you imagine? So understandably he is distraught, so he goes to see, but he can't, there's no one in there when he gets there. And from there the girls begin to start talking about a man, a shape-shifting man who they call the Black Mamba, and he can shapeshift into anything. Sometimes he's a snake, sometimes he's a fish, sometimes he's a big bear. And Alfie's really put off by this. Like, it's, at first he's kind of like whatever, but as time goes on he starts to get really off-put by it, and he gets in touch with his wife Pippa's twin sister Julie, who's a family therapist, and he kind of wants her to step in and try to help him deal with this. And at first she's like, absolutely not a chance, no way am I doing that. Because for one, you know, it's so close to her. She's also grieving the loss of her sister. She's like, I can't do this. But eventually as time goes on, the problem just seems to be getting worse and worse. Like, now not only are they talking about seeing this man slash creature, but it's making them act up. It's making them do things that are completely out of character. So eventually Julie's like, okay, I'll do it. I'll talk to them. I'll see what's going on, and we'll figure this out together. So that's what happens. But of course, since I said, you know, it's a horror novel, it's a haunted house story, things really escalate in a lot of different ways. And I thought it was great. First of all, there's nothing creepier in a horror book than children. Nothing. Never. Kids are the creepiest. And these 2 certainly have that air of mystery and creepiness going on about them. And I thought it was interesting, like, how we learn more too about how twins run in this family and maybe why. So like, Alfie's got the twins, then his wife and her sister were twins, and then like in the generation above, like Pippa and Julie's parents, the twins run on the dad's side, and it just goes on and on, back and back. And I thought it was great. I really did. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5, but round it up to 5 stars. What I really loved, which of course we're not going to get to talk about in this video, is the ending. I think the ending was done so beautifully and so subtly. I hate sometimes when an ending, you're knocked over the head with it, as though you're not, you know, as though you're not able to pick it up on your own. But what the author did with this ending was, it was just done so well. You know, the lead up to the final pages, kind of a blink and you'll miss it sort of thing, and I just thought it was perfectly done. So that really pushed it up for me. I thought it was great. Like I said, a quick read. So if you've got an afternoon and you're wanting something that's, it's definitely not super scary, but definitely a little unsettling, a little eerie, definitely check this out. It comes out on October 3rd, which is the perfect release date to it, leading us right into spooky season. And I think a lot of people will love it. Especially, like, it's reading it, I could see it come alive. It's got this sort of like Mike Flanagan haunted house vibes, if you've seen his two haunted house series, like The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor. I could easily see this becoming a series like that. I think it'd be great. And it's just so vivid and very interesting. So yeah, like I said, October 3rd comes out. Definitely mark your calendars if that sounds like something you're interested in, if you like the haunted house stories, if you like spooky stories with spooky little kids in them. And let me know in the comments down below if you've read this, or well, especially if you're seeing this in the future once the book has come out. Let me know if you've read it. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what your star rating is. I can't wait to see more reviews come in once the book comes out, because I read a couple of reviews on Goodreads and I was like, were we reading the same story? Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys again real soon, probably with another spoiler-free book review. Otherwise, I'm thinking about reading Practical Magic again this fall. I'll probably start it soon, just because it's been so long since I've read it, and I have so many Alice Hoffman book talks on this channel, but not a single one of them is of Practical Magic. There's ones of the 3 follow-up books to it, plus a ton of other Alice Hoffman books, but no Practical Magic. And we need to remedy that. I need to have all of them up here. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like this video. It helps me out a ton, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.